Is that the 92?
That is a big hit.
I think that's the 92. He was. Oh man.
Yellow's out.
It better be. Is the window net down?
He's moving.
Whoa, whoa, something broke. Something broke in the car. Oh my God. Something broke in the car. Man, we got to get him. We got to talk to him, find out what the heck happened there. Yep.
Yeah, you got to show that in real time because, yeah.
And let's
just flies the sand trap.
And we'll stay quiet.
I just didn't expect him. Jimmy Johnson, I thought he was going to make a
Kurt Busch goes around.
And that's exactly what we're talking about.
And that's what happens. There's nothing you can do right there. You know, and the 48 was out there. He stuffed it in there. Kurt almost needed to roll out of it. But at this latest stage, at this late point of the race, I don't know what these corners are.
Way up there on the other end.
Yes. But you saw
what? I thought that was the opposite. Actually, Jimmy was on the outside.
Jimmie Johnson had a quick spin down in the turn 1 area where it is very, very wet. Let's take another look at what happened. First car in line, decided to go straight. Forgot the Daytona 500 isn't for 2 weeks yet.
And the trouble is, once you get off line like that, they're so wet still that it's very, very slippery. And that will cool his tires down a lot as he comes back through that water. So
We'll try to cross back over right here. Get the spot as they go down to turn 1. Oh, man, got a spin. Jimmie Johnson. Can he keep it? No, and he gets hit from behind. And it's Denny Hamlin. Hamlin gets refired, but Jimmy's got damage to the front and the rear of the 48. Turn 7. Jimmie Johnson taking a wide approach. He thinks he's okay right there. But as Burton tries to protect his spot and get down in, it looked like there could have been a little contact. We'll have it from another angle maybe, but you can't really see it there. But it looked like Jeff got into the quarter panel of Jimmie Johnson just a little bit. Nothing intentional, just hard racing.
No, Jeff Burton found himself kind of on defense with the 18 getting into that corner, so he's trying to race him in there.
Oh, Jimmie Johnson's around. And more collected. Regan Smith. Caution's out again.
We get some gas in it.
That was an excellent restart by A.J. Allmendinger. I'm not sure that Ambrose is going to be very happy about it. It's like maybe a little tap from Matt Kenseth in the 20 car. But that's also tight down there. I mean, you're just all going for the same real estate. Regan Smith trying to avoid that, just nowhere to go. Looks like Matt might have got a little tap too to send him up there.
Stay low, dig. Stay low, protected from the 22.
Caution comes out. He said something in the drive line of the 48 is sideways as well.
And who loves this caution? Everyone who pitted under the last caution. Remember, they're short on fuel. They have to make it on fuel. Kelly, what happened with the 48?
Well, he's been having a tire rub. Remember I told you they had thought about repairing some damage to the nose earlier and opted not to. They went fuel only, and they had been waiting. They were going to bring Jimmie in to fix that damage because he was reporting a tire rub just before he went around this last time.
Johnson either into or next to the tire barrier.
He's down in turn number 1, Stevie, and this is very reminiscent of his NASCAR Xfinity Series crash that he had years ago here when he drove for Herzog Motorsports, put it firewall deep then, and he came close to doing that right now. He's been able to drive away, but that's a hard lick for Jimmie Johnson now as he comes off the end of the front stretch and basically wheel hop the car going into turn 1.
You called it, Mike. That is classic wheel hop. He gets on the brakes. It's downhill there, Lee. Gravity is working against you. Aerodynamics, we talk about less downforce, well, that's less rear tire grip as well. Shows you how fast they're going as he comes into the picture. Basically, you get on the brakes, and the brake is trying to get the
48 of Jimmie Johnson backs it into the wall in turn 7, but he's able to get onto pit road. We stay green. The battle for the lead continues between Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr.
Eyeball move, that's a tough spot. Sometimes the spotters can't see it, can't tell you're there. Really the same thing we saw happen to Eric Almirola earlier in the day. 47 gets in here pretty deep. You see he's on the curb, nowhere to go, makes contact with the 48, sending him into the wall. Guaranteed there'll be a differencing of opinion whether that was a good move or not, as we see the 78 of
久々の勝利へ最後のチキン。ジョンソンスピン。ツーレックスが止まった。黄色いマシンはブレイニーだ。ライアン・ブレイニー。大逆転。レースを制したのはライアン・ブレイニーだ。なんだまあぶつかってる。1台スピンしております。なんですかこれ。なんというレース。ジミー・ジョンソン勝利へ焦ったか。なんだこれ。トゥーレックスジュニアと接触。なんでブレイニーなんだ。チェイス・エリオットが祝福している。なんだこのレース。
Burn turn in turn 1.
Oh, we got a car getting in the bay. We got many cars
sliding into the heartburn turn. Eric Jones is around. Alex Bowman is involved. The 48 of Jimmie Johnson had to stop. The 11, Denny Hamlin also there.
The problem back here, they start slowing down. You see right there, Kurt Busch in the back of Buescher. Then Buescher got in the back of 48, and then it just started from there. Keep in mind on this restart, this is probably the only racetrack all year long where they drive into turn 1 going faster on a restart than they do under a regular lap.
17. So in recovering that car after the flat spotted tyres, he's wiped both ends off that car at 17. The checkered flag is out. Ollie Jarvis goes through, doesn't improve. Van der Zande is still out there, but now won't be able to improve because the yellow flags will be out in the final corner. Trying to get round and start another lap, I think, after spinning at turn 16, loses the back end of the car again fairly early in the.
Jimmie Johnson doesn't there.
Another spin for the 48. No damage to that car on the exit. Nose damage, excuse me, on the exit of turn number 17, and straight in. Had to effectively re-shell that machine. Well, that was an odd one. At turn 17, he was in the GT Daytonas and catching up with a couple of cars, tries to go around the outside at turn 17. I see, lost it on the bumps, and lucky actually not to have a bigger hit from the car that he spun into. I think it was the.
But Rossi wants to make the move on the first lap.
Oh!
You got it! That's blind uphill, a big accident right there.
Colton Herta,
all over the place.
Hunter Ray, Dalton Kellett, Max Chilton,
Rosenquist,
Hinchcliffe.
Huge moment. Look at this. As we come up over the hill, he gets loose, gets in the grass, loses it. Nobody else can see anything until they come over the rise. And look at all these cars just stack in. And Jimmie Johnson comes to a stop and threads his way through that like it's a Talladega wreck. Coming down the hill, that's right before the end of the track, the last couple of corners. Fastest corner on the track there, pretty dangerous spot to be in.
Following Rinus VeeKay and gets loose up over the crane.
Oh, hit the nose, so broken front wing, hit the rear of the car as well. And I mean, that section of the track is so fast and it's so slick offline. If you just drop a wheel 1 inch too far into those marbles.
Neutral. It won't go to neutral.
We're now under caution at Road America at the Rev Group Grand Prix. First round of pit stops done. Joseph Newgarden is still in front, but that big gap has gone away because of what happened with Jimmie Johnson. Exit of turn 7, Townsend.
Watch the left-hand side there as Jimmie Johnson comes into frame, just gets wide in the grass, loses the back end of the car, knocks down. Newgarden has traffic ahead, and that's Jimmie Johnson who just lost it in turn 1.
Jimmy, let's go to red 3.
Has he kept it going? Is he able to
back up to Colton Herta on the same tire strategy as Jimmie? Just carries the oversteer there in turn 1. Very strange.
And Sebastian Bourdais right behind him with an eyeful.
That is well before you would normally go into the brake pedal. And it's almost like he just got arrow loose there, Paul. It didn't appear like.
There was a big bump. certainly hit a very big bump.
Disappointment for Marcus Ambrose. He winds up 6th, guys, on a big mistake.
This is one that you're not going to forget if you're Marcus Ambrose. I've lost races that way, Kyle. You have there's silly things that happen, and these are the ones that are hard to get over, especially when you've had the dominant car.
Yeah,
or one of the dominant cars.
And look, you hear drivers talk about it all the time. Getting beat is one thing. Getting beat when you beat yourself, then that's the only person you have to blame. You know what I mean? I mean, great team. They did a great job today. They rose to the occasion, man. They just got nothing to show for it. And it's sad, but congratulations to Jimmie and these guys.
Going to be some good reaction after this one. We've got it for you when we return on TNT.